board state where you play one creature, and that's it. I mean,
and they call this blue-red aggro.
It's blue-red tempo.
Tempo.
Or
okay, so
Delver red.
Did I just see mana barbs?
I saw him flip the cards over so fast that
there's mana barbs and there's Chandra's Phoenix.
He doesn't bring mana barbs.
I think those are the cards he's not bringing in, judging by the cards in his hand.
So he's looking at.
I think he's yeah, not those.
Nope. Not those.
Not those.
Not those.
Yes, that is Stitch Drake in his sideboard.
Yep.
The card is proving to pull some weight right now.
Yep, the Illusions deck's playing 4 of it, and this deck plays 4 of it. It pulls its weight in against the other red-based decks, and it's functionally a, I don't know the name of the card. It's what's the card? You played a long time ago.
I played a long time ago.
It's a genie. If something Ifrit.
Oh, Jin?
Sure. Just some sort of genie thing.
Okay.
It's a 3/4 flyer for 3. That's just what it is.
It looks like
the red blue are free. Is that what you're talking about?
The blue. It's just blue.
Just blue.
Looks like Lance is pulling out his Brimstone Valleys in this
Blue,
matchup.
2, 3, 4.
And most likely bringing in his Arc Trails.
He's pulling out what?
His Brimstone Valleys.
Yeah, I can see that. There's not really creatures dying outside of them crashing into each other, which I don't see happening very often. Both these decks just want to keep attacking. Lance is going to have an advantage because he's got the Vapor Snags.
So what is Lance bringing in?
Lance is going to bring in Grim Lavamancer and Arc Trail for this matchup.
Looks like 3 Grim Lavamancers and possibly 4 Arc Trails.
Now, with the deck having so little creatures, is that ever an issue when you bring in the Stitch Drake?
With the deck having so many creatures?
So little creatures.
It doesn't have so few creatures. It has 20. It is
what,
12? It has 20 creatures.
It's pretty close to 20. You're playing Stormkirk Noble,
Yep.
You're playing Chandra's Phoenix,
Yep.
Delver, Grim Lavamancer sometimes in the main deck.
Snapcaster Mage.
What is John bringing in this matchup?
John? I don't know.
Well,
what does green-white have to offer here? He looks like he's thinking about his Sword of War and Peace here.
Sword of War and Peace, some of them have Gut Shot in their sideboard, which is pretty good against the blue-red deck.
he's got an elixir.
Strange.
Do you see what 4 cards he just put down?
Those are the 4 cards he's taking out. He's taking out.
Okay.
Alright, and every day I'm shuffling.
Didn't see what he just put in, so I guess it'll be a surprise.
Yep.
Hopefully John doesn't go to the mall to 5 and then just pull every card that he needs.
Yep, let's hope that.
So, looking at this format right now, we all had our own deck choices for today, but what do you think really was the best deck to choose in this in this format?
Well, I know if I would have been playing today, I would have been playing Illusions. That's the deck I've had the most. I've had the most success with the different Delver decks, and I for sure would have been playing them. I think it's right to be playing Delver Secrets in this format. I also like the list Edge chose to play. It seems pretty strong against both the Illusions deck and the green-white decks, and Wolf Run has traditionally a relatively solid control matchup, so it seems pretty well-rounded across the board.
Now, it seemed like a lot of people were scared of playing Illusions because it seemed like people were going to pack hate for it. Geist Flame, Arc Trail, all these different cards. But in all reality, it seems like Illusions only has the Phantasmal Bearer and the Phantasmal Image. It's really not that much of an issue for the targeting.
Yep. People hear the name of the deck and they get worried that the downside of Illusions is going to cost them games, when really Illusions is so much more than just the actual illusion creatures. And a lot of the time, in Lord of the Unreal and Phantasmal Image, turning that off, like, also, the deck is really resilient and battles through hate really well. Most aggro hate is actually pretty weak against it a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm. That's for sure.
And it gets to play, it plays almost just like Legacy Merfolk does, where you resolve a couple threats and protect them, and it just gets you there.
Vapor Snag seems to be really good in that matchup too. A lot of control decks that wait to get to their 6-drop, or even with Pat Chapin's new deck list with Olivia, they just Vapor Snag it and then swing in back for 3, 4, or 5. In
all reality, Delver is great, and both of those decks are solid, but the glue that still holds them together is Snapcaster Mage.
Oh, absolutely. That card has just been phenomenal.
Yep. And it's a new way, it's a way of playing it as a tempo card, and it's just a completely different way of thinking about it and playing with it, and it's actually, I think, as powerful or more powerful in these tempo strategies than it is in the control strategies.
Oh, for sure. You're able to put another 2 power on the board, remove their creature, or at the very least draw more cards.
Yep, it's Silver Gilded Up, it's Aethered Up, it's you know, it's all these different creatures, whatever you needed to be at the time, and it's always all at instant speed.
So John's gonna lead with a bird, which gives him a little bit of a race against the clock, and yep, there's the noble.
There's that noble again.
Now we see John brought in Gideon for this matchup, and I also believe he has gut shots. So this matchup could actually be swung really far the other way. Gut shot's pretty absurd in this matchup, and if he resolves a Gideon, the blue-red deck doesn't have a, and there's a gut shot. He does not have a really good way to beat a Gideon on the board.
Because we've seen the blue-red deck play 1 creature the whole game. I mean, so
and it's coming down. It's coming down next turn. It's coming down.
Now, I have found that if you just remove a few creatures from the blue-red deck, that it can be pretty bad for them. And now Lance has creatures in his hand, but he's choosing not to play them right now, probably for fear of any Planeswalker that's going to come down soon. He's leaving up Mana Leak.
Yep, he does have Stromkirk in his hand, and he's waiting to see.
So John goes for it, even though he could have Gavinied to build up the team, but yeah, he's going to draw out the Mana Leak.
So hopefully John's got something else to go on. I don't know if I agree with that play, but he's clearly been playing this deck to some success, so I'm not going to question it.
There's the Stromkirk. Lance set that up. You know, now he's got the Mana Leak back up. If John keeps playing lands, though, Mana Leaks become less and less.
Well, the thing is, John doesn't have to play anything at all now. Stromkirk can attack in without getting killed.
Yeah, birds are definitely not human, so... Oh, he's just going to throw it out there.
He's just going to...
He's going for it, and Elspeth meets a Mana Leak.
Yep. He had both Mana Leaks. John was on the slam thing, still something sticks plan, and nothing stuck. So... We're going to see Stromkirk cruise in here. I wouldn't be surprised to see one of those Birds of Paradise die and get him out of threat range.
I mean, John's sitting there with no white mana and shoot a bird. No mana for Galvany Township anymore.
Yep, and there goes the bird.
And now he's not able to activate unless he draws another land.
Well, the other flip side is he's not able to play a Planeswalker here, and he's not able to play that Hero Bladehold that he just drew.
I think he has 2 Hero Bladeholds in his hand.
So a little...
Oh, nope, he had the O-Ring.
A little aggressive with the Planeswalkers, I think.
Okay. Now they're both at kind of a stalemate. Lance doesn't really have anything in his hand. He could incinerate the other bird. I wouldn't be surprised to see that. And there that goes. And now they're both just doing nothing.
His plan there was, if I'm not doing nothing, you're doing nothing too.
Yeah, this is just a top deck war, and it's in Lance's favor. This deck only plays 19 to 20 lands, and there's a Ponder that's going to help.
Oh, that's huge.
Now, John just drew a Blades Placer, so killing that Bird of Paradise was relevant.
Yeah. Well, yeah, for sure. He was missing land drops. He clearly kept a hand relying on birds, and getting them both off the board is going to actually not let John play a lot of his spells. Since he has a lot of double weight spells, he has like Mirror Crusader and Hero Bladehold.
Now Lance just shuffled away 2 lands and a Galvanic, so he's looking for a threat.
He's looking for some action.
Yep.
I find with with this deck, Ponder tends to be, a lot of the times, shuffle, unless you see at least 2 cards you want.
Right.
Or the Snapcaster you need, or...
Lance takes an Arc Trail from his Ponder off the top, and John's going to draw a second Blade Splicer.
Oh, another Ponder.
Oh,
That's
goodness.
Putting him pretty far ahead. Yep, there's... Was that double Snapcaster?
No, that's Snapcaster, Delver. And he's going to set this up, so he's going to draw Snapcaster now, and then he's... No! What are you doing?
Ooh.
I thought... All right.
Well, he's going to probe him.
He drew...
Oh, okay.
Yep,
There's the probe.
Yep, he's going to set up the probe. I thought he was going to set it up to draw Delver and then flip the probe.
That would have made sense to me. If you were to put Delver on top from the Ponder, you would draw it from the Ponder, and then your next turn you're going to draw Snapcaster. Oop, nope, you would have to put Probe below Delver.
Yeah, that's nice.
As John probably, you know, shaking his head as he reveals 3 white cards with no white land in play.
So he's going to draw, and I believe he draws Delver. So I'm not sure what he did. I think he messed his Ponder up pretty badly. Pretty badly, I think he messed his Ponder up because...
Like not having Snap... I don't know.
And John draws another Mirren Crusader. So... Oh, nope.
Nope, Pilgrim.
Absence Pilgrim. So this could be getting hairy very quickly. Oh, he's got the Arc Trail.
He's got the Arc Trail, yep. 2 1 to Pilgrim.
I would not be surprised for him to go Snapcaster into a Ponder here, just to set up his Delver.
Yeah, to fix the mistake he made.
But the Arc Trail definitely has to happen.
Yep.
Yep, and here we go. 1 2.
Nope, 2 1. 2 to you, 1 to guy.
That's what I meant.
Okay, same thing.
Nope. Say it my way.
So that'll put him down to 13? Is that what John's at?
And he just ships it back. John takes the white source off the top. We're going to see Snapcaster Mana Leak here. And now we're flipping blind off the top, but he
And no spell.
But I think it's going to be good enough.
It's either a land or a creature. And most likely it's a land.
Yeah. Of course, exactly what you don't want to draw at that point, but...
Yeah, we're going to see him go land Crusader here or land Splicer. He did just draw another land.
Yeah, Lance is now going to be in very rough shape.
And
He has a Snapcaster in his hand. That's a Snapcaster.
What's in the grave?
He's got Arc Trails, Mana Leaks.
Okay, so he's all right.
Yep, he's pretty live.
Nice top deck. Yeah.
Looks like he's probably going to just incinerate.
I think you save the burn just for the dome, if anything. I mean,
Yeah, I think he just leaks
I think you leak it here.
He must have let it stick. So he's
Yeah,
coming.
you got no choice of that.
And flip. And nothing. Alright, he's coming in for 5 damage. This is going to put John down to 10.
And he ripped Stromkirk Noble off the top. He's just going gas after gas after gas.
The token deck will never bring in...
John rips a Oblivion Ring off the top. And he has a Mirren Crusader. No, he has a Mirren Crusader in hand?
It looks like he has Blade Splicer.
No.
Blade Splicer coming down. That's going to give him 2 blockers. That's going to be able to block the Stormkirk Noble, and that Blade Splicer is probably going to take out a Snapcaster here.
No, the Golem has to block the Noble. The Splicer itself.
That's what I said.
Is it
Okay, is it?
That's what I said.
Okay.
Right. And no flip. This is brutal for Lance here.
This is pretty awkward, but...
Is it often that Delver just kind of sits there and...
Well, the problem is he had so many spells at the beginning of the game, and he really missed his big opportunity to flip the Delver.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So...
That might be what comes back to bite him.
Lance here is deciding whether or not to swing in and go for it, and he does.
All out.
He's all in. Trying to probably get his life as low as possible so he can probably burn him out in the end game.
What do you see? He's maybe threatening with the Brimstone, but I don't think John has a choice. Like, he's got a block here.
Well, they know he doesn't have Brimstone Volley because he didn't reveal it from Delver, so it's either a land or a creature sitting in his hand.
Yep.